This is way too good to not share with you guys, and it's kind of a confession. And what this is resistance. I confess that I gave up my need for resistance, my need for control. And let me tell you what has happened since then. So much peace, so much joy, so much freedom, so much lightness off my shoulders. And it's available to all of you. Hi, I'm Leanne and welcome to my channel. I say this with love 33. Everything I say, everything that I talk about is me. It's my authenticity. It's my raw, true life lessons, the wisdom that I have gained. And I want to pass this along to all of you because I know that we all have very similar stories. We might be on a slight different journey, but we're all the same. We're all going through lessons in life. So I'm offering my wisdom to help ease possibly some of your hard falls and hardships that you are going to be going through, you might be going through, or maybe you already did go through. I don't know. But let's talk about resistance. And when you can let go of resistance, and that's pretty hard to do, things come to you naturally. So I had the urge at all times throughout my whole life to resist anything that was coming into me. So I was unable to receive. And I look back at my life and I knew this like back from childhood. It was hard for me to accept compliments. It was hard for me to accept love. It was hard for me to accept any kind of help. I wanted to do it on my own. I wanted to prove my worth. I wanted to prove that I can do everything and anything. And let me tell you, that's not healthy and that doesn't feel good. And it took a lot of years to get through that, to understand like, woo, throw up the hands, stop the resistance, just let life flow and let nature take its course because it's gonna happen anyway, no matter how hard we kick and scream and try to control it. No, it can't be like this. It has to be like this. And there's no other way. You know what? Not true. And I say it with love, let it go. So when I came to a space of my life being shooken from what I had known and created throughout my adult life, I finally allowed my body and I stopped resisting and I let my body rest. I let my body release things that were trapped. I gave myself permission to feel, to slow down, to breathe, to flow. And when I was able to do those things and work through those things, which takes time, it's not magic and it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, it takes awareness, it takes thoughtfulness, it takes mindfulness, it takes awareness of every moment of every day, of what you are thinking, what you are feeling, how you are responding, or are you reacting? It goes really deep. There's a lot of aspects in this space. But once I was able to give my body and my mind permission to just go, let it go, feel, listen, be in the present moment, that's when my soul woke up and said to me, I got you, girl. And from that minute on, life has been bliss. My soul said, I got you, girl. And that was my intuition, my lower self speaking to my higher self saying, okay, I give up. I throw my hands up. What did we used to play when we were kids and we used to play that game? Mercy, like when you're hurting somebody and they're like, mercy, mercy. That was me to my own self. I'm calling mercy on my own self. Like I can't do it anymore. I'm not happy. My heart is broken. My mind is broken. I am running all over the place. I don't know what's going on in the world because I'm like all the time, staying busy. So I didn't have the ability or the capacity to sit with myself and feel into myself and what is my body telling me and what is my heart and my soul telling me. I was like, I don't know, I don't care. I'm just gonna go on with life because, you know, I'm married, I got kids, I got businesses, I got houses, I got pets, I got all the things. I gotta look like I got it all going on. I gotta look like I'm perfect and that everything's fine. And inside, I was just like, just completely broken, devastated, scared, numb. I had so many feelings of guilt and shame and fear because I knew I wasn't in love with my husband anymore, but I didn't know how to handle that, how to admit that to myself and out loud to God, source, universe, whatever you believe in, because I was raised in the church that says you're going to hell. Once you're married, you are always going to be married, for better or for worse, no matter what. Well, as an adult now, compared to as like basically a child when I was married, because I was very young, you know, life changes and you learn things and energies change and dynamics change. And, you know, I'm here to tell you, and I say this with love, if you're not in a happy, healthy space, you can let it go. You can release it. You're not going to hell. You're not an idiot. You're not a loser. You're not deficient. You're not all the things that your mind might be telling you and your ego and your nervous system is saying, like, no, stay, you're fine. Like, it could be worse. Other people have it worse. This is what we know. This is safe. This is the way you grew up. This is what you grew your adult life into. Let's just stay. Let's just keep it even. Absolutely not. You have the choice to push into that, to release what needs to be released that is no longer in alignment for your highest purpose, your highest self, your peace, your joy, the love for yourself. Because when we get to a space in our life where we are completely numb, broken, frozen, we have lived in fight or flight for multiple years, our nervous system is like this, and we are like a cat in the ceiling, and everything's always like, "Rare," and like I remember, to share a story, like if somebody would walk into a room or make a noise, I would always be like on edge, like fearful of everything. Or I would always be in such a rush trying to get all the things on the list that I had given myself done for the day, which was way too much for multiple people, let alone one person. But I would screw things up. I would knock things over. I would be going so fast and moving so fast, and like, you know, things get in the way, and I would get upset if something just wasn't right and like took me off my path of like this perfect thing that I had to accomplish. So I thought. So you can release that. Release the things that don't sit well in your heart and your soul. And you're going to be able to tell and know that by the way that you're feeling. Allow yourself to sit in stillness, sit in silence. Listen to your body, listen to your heart. What I love is that saying, quiet your mind and open your heart. And it takes time and it takes practice to learn how to quiet your mind. And it's never going to fully be quiet. Those monkey minds are always going to be going and going. But if you can practice, you can eventually get to the point where you are aware of, okay, there's a thought coming in, but I'm just going to let it go because I need to sit in silence, which brings me to like meditation. I cannot say this enough. Meditate, meditate, meditate. Meditation is a beautiful practice that opens up your heart, opens up your soul, opens up your pineal gland and stimulates it to release melatonin and heal you. Like, honest to God, like, and it's back in the Bible. You can meditate, you can heal yourself, you can hear yourself if you choose to get into that space and get there. Now, it's kind of hard because when we live in this fast-paced society, and we're always on the go, and we have a very tight schedule, and we got to do all the things that we need to do. You know, I don't even have time to go to the bathroom by myself. How am I going to sit and meditate? This girl's nuts. Well, you know what? Take 1 minute, start with 1 minute a day, start with 2 minutes, start with you. If you have kids and a family, you go to the restroom by yourself, shut that door and sit in silence and honor time and be in the present moment, no matter what it takes. Because like, you can do whatever it is you put your mind to. It's just those self-limiting thoughts and beliefs that keep us stuck. And we're like, no, I couldn't do that. I don't have time. But you know what? You do have time, but you might just be scared. You might be fearful. You might have the impression that it is like not good to meditate. And the church told me I better not meditate, or I'm going to go to hell, or that's woo-woo. But trust me, you can find peace. You can find your inner peace, your joy, your light. Your whole world can change. And when your whole world changes and your inner self reflects to your outer self and goes out into the world, you can help heal the world. And God knows we need that. And that's another reason why I'm doing these videos, is to like love humanity and heal humanity through wisdom and knowledge and things that I have learned. I've been on this journey for 4 years. 4 years ago, I was down in the dumps, rock bottom. Fast forward 4 years later, I am living in bliss. I'm living my best life, and I am sharing what I have learned with you guys. So once my soul said, I got you, after I gave up resistance, I shut down my mind and I opened my heart and I stopped all the resistance of like, okay, throwing my hands up, God, source, universe, you do what you need to do, because I obviously don't know what to do with my life, because like I've screwed up, I've made all these mistakes, I don't do this, I can't do that, I'm blah, blah, blah. And that was turned around. And I learned that once you let go of that tight grip of what life is supposed to be and your expectations and what you have created, that might not be where you need to be in your life. So the world, God, source, universe, might be shaking that up to bring something better in for you. So to let those things go. And that is heavy. That is hard. That can be dark. That can be just like simply devastating. And you have to have time to grieve, because grieving is a natural process of loss, and not just a death, but like, say, for instance, a divorce, say, for instance, the splitting of a family, the removal of leaving your home that you've lived in for all the years. Like, there's a grieving process. And if you can allow yourself time to integrate and to feel it and be grateful for all the years and all the lessons and all the beautiful memories that you have within that, instead of holding on to all the hard, devastating, you this and this was horrible and blah, 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 blah. When you can focus on the beauty and the lessons, you're going to be lighter. You're going to take steps forward instead of staying stuck in a heavy, dark space, because that doesn't feel good. Been there, done that. My soul said to me once I stopped resisting, I got you, girl. And then I heard it softly whispered to me, go find your joy. Be at peace. Play, laugh, dance. Do whatever it is that lights up your heart, that expands your heart and makes you feel joyful. Like when you were a kid. You think about when you were a child and you used to just play for hours and hours. You wouldn't even like stop to eat or drink or go to the bathroom or anything, because it was just so joyful in playtime, and you're just so focused on that fun. Why do we lose that as adults? My soul, my higher self said, go back, find that, do that, live that, be that, don't resist. And I said, okay, I don't know when, I don't know what, I don't know how, but okay. And that took me a little time. That took me a little time to feel that and integrate it into my body, and like, what is it? What am I supposed to be doing? Why am I here on this earth? Like, why am I in this specific space? And why did this happen? And why is this happening? And instead of like saying, nope, this is what I'm doing, and I'm going on my path that I planned and, predicted out into my future, and that is it. And then I said, okay, whatever. And, the red carpet has been rolled out for me just beautifully. And life is beautiful. And there's a beautiful quote in the Joe Dirt movie that I love, and it's so silly, but like, life's a garden, dig it. You can look at it as stinky and hard and yucky, or you can look at it as beautiful and a lesson. And what in this space, what in this lesson, what in this hard time, what did it do for me? Not why is it happening to me, but what is it? What is the lesson in this for me? And how can I make myself better and send that love and that vibration out to others? Because obviously I just went through some hard times and some hard lessons, so I got a lot to offer into the world. So my soul also told me, let go of your fear, your guilt, and your shame. And that's hard. That's hard because you don't even know probably 90% of the fears, the guilt, and the shame that are buried in at a cellular level, like in your subconscious, stuff that has been passed down from generation to generation, things that took place in your early childhood that you're not even in memory of, but your body stores the traumas, the unprocessed emotions, the grief, the fear. It's trapped in our bodies. And when we grow and as we get older and we get into our adult life and we become sedentary and we become just like numb, like, okay, this is the way life is. You know, we grow up, we get married, we get a job, we have kids, and we clean a house, and the husband goes to work, and then that's just it. And we're just like this all the time, trying to look like we're happy. And not, and I say that with love, because not every situation is like that and not every person is like that. But I can guarantee you, if you're a human on this earth and you haven't gone in and done the deep healing, you're carrying and you're storing some kind of trapped energy, some kind of trauma, some kind of unprocessed emotions. And that comes out in habits. That comes out in the way that we repeat ourselves, possibly with like the same type of person that we choose to be a mate, or we might need to drink and numb ourselves. We might need to smoke. We might need to get high. We might need to gamble or watch porn or whatever it is that humans do to mask their misery and their pain so they don't have to feel it, or they don't even know why they're feeling that way, is most likely the culprit. But if we can stop and realize there's stuff going on inside that I can heal and make myself feel better, because I didn't know any of this crap 4 years ago. I was like, what are you talking about, an inner child? What is that? What is generational trauma? I don't know what that is. And now I'm like, you need to go heal your inner child. You need to go in and heal your generational trauma, because it's just gonna release so much heaviness off of you. It's so beautiful, and it's available to all of us. And you know, when you can do that and come back to yourself and be your true authentic self and love you for who you are, and with all the imperfections and all the mistakes and all the regrets that you might carry, let it go. It was all supposed to happen anyway. It was all pre-planned. Everything happens the way it's supposed to happen, when it's supposed to happen. So if you're in a tough space and you're going through really difficult times and some heavy situations in your life, know that it's okay. You're going to be okay. Flow with it. Breathe through it. Sit with yourself. Go into meditation. Quiet your mind and open your heart. That is a huge factor in healing and moving forward and feeling joy and feeling clarity, being able to make decisions that are big in your world that you never had to make before. And now all of a sudden you find yourself in this space where you're like, I don't know what to do. What happened? I don't know. I've never done that before. Let me tell you, I was there 4 years ago. The hardest questions of my life, the worst possible things going on in my world that I had co-created, that I had to put on my big girl pants, step up to the plate and handle it and learn to trust myself. And you know what? I did it. And I'm here to talk about it, and I'm here to tell you, you can get through it. I send you love and peace and compassion if you're in this heavy space right now. but know that it's not forever. This too shall pass. And how you choose to get through it, whether with love for yourself and acceptance for yourself, unconditional love for you, and don't hold on to like you're a loser, you're stupid, you're never going to amount to anything. All the self-limiting thoughts and beliefs that might be in there, release those, let them go. Find your joy, find your peace. It's possible, okay? I do say all this with love. I hope that this touched you in some way and that can help you in some way. If you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to leave it in the comment box. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Namaste.